Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Mack. I'm one of the residents here at the University of Calgary, and with our team, we're going to present Cataract B Navigation and Instruments Bimanual Training Level 5. In this particular level, your goal is to use both instruments to touch the ends of the objects simultaneously. Here I'm demonstrating an approach that I like to use is that I try to use the instruments and get them very close before I simultaneously touch both spheres, like in this particular example. The reason is that if you touch one sphere, you have to use your instrument and touch the other sphere, and that can actually cause the first instrument that you put in to slip out of the sphere. Sometimes the machine is a little bit finicky, as exemplified here, where it doesn't really register the tip of the instrument inside the sphere. So you have to be as exact as possible. You can move some of the objects inside the anterior chamber, but try your best not to move it too much. Let's take a look at that one more time. I sometimes prefer to have a little bit of a higher magnification when I'm attempting this particular level. And again, you want to make sure that both instruments are close to their objective before you actually strike the sphere. And again, the tip has to strike the sphere. So here notice that my instruments are very close to the sphere before I simultaneously touch them at the same time. So here again, 1, 2, 3, and then I touch one and then I try to touch the other end as soon as possible. The larger spheres are a little bit easier in order to get the full object green, but you want to be able to hold the instruments as close as possible to their objective, and then try not to shake or move if you accidentally start with one and then go to the other. As over there, I accidentally touched one end first and then it became blue, so I know that I slipped out of the instruments, or I slipped out of the sphere. You can move your microscope around as well in order not to lose your red reflex. So the scores were 91 and 93 respectively. Here's an example of what you shouldn't do. So I'm trying to touch both ends, but then I'm slipping. I'm demonstrating what some people who are just starting this level think, that you have to push the spheres together, but actually you're supposed to just hold them in place. The other thing as well is you don't want to touch the lens capsule, and you also don't want to touch the cornea, so you have to be careful about how you're manipulating your instruments inside the anterior chamber. I try to think about it as both instruments should be pretty much at the same level when attempting to touch both ends of the sphere. And here I'm demonstrating that if you're not close enough, you just slip in and out of both spheres, as that object will sort of oscillate between one sphere and the other. And so if you're operating without a red reflex as well, the machine will warn you about that. So in summary, try to keep both instruments within the same plane, try to touch both ends of the sphere at the same time, and you'll end up with a very good score. Please like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you very much for watching.